Well, hey everybody, Dan Fitzpatrick here, stockmarketmentor.com. I want to look at Ollie, but first, um, just a quick note here. Members, if you did not get in on the training session today during the day, you might definitely want to check that out because it went on for about an hour and a half and really talked through a lot of different things. But just generally speaking, the way this thing is looking, we're going to get, in my mind, we can get a lot more downside. So don't be overly complacent. There's no reason, for example, why the S&P can't come down another 5%. All that does is take it back to last August. And for that matter, it could come, this is not prediction. It's just like, hey guys, get real. It could come down easily down to last April's low. We could go and go and go. And I don't have a feeling about that one way or another. I know this volume was massive today, but I just know that we got to take our cue from the charts. We don't, it's kind of like you can have all the opinions you want, but you don't really get a vote as far as what the market does. Think about that. You really don't. You don't get a vote. You have to just key off of what the charts are telling you. It's always been that way, and it will always be that way. This is really, really important that you understand this, okay? So my suspicion is we're gonna get some more selling. The market hates uncertainty, and we got a whole boatload of that right now. And so until we start getting some kind of clarification, we're going to see more downside, if for no other reason than people are hesitant to buy. You see, you need more aggression among buyers than there is among sellers. And right now, buyers are not particularly aggressive, even short covering. They are not particularly aggressive. And that means that even if sellers don't really give a rip one way or another, just the gravity will drop stocks further simply for a lack of aggressive buying. Buyers have to come up and actually reach up and take the offer as opposed to just letting their bids get hit. So until that changes, we're going to see some more heaviness here. We'll get the volatility up and down, but generally speaking, I think we're probably in for more downside. I mean, to not look at this and see more downside, I think you're really kind of engaging in a little magical thinking. Now, with that said, I want to look at Ollie's here. Look, this thing's up at all-time highs today, or close to it anyway. I'd say 120 bucks is at all-time highs. Now, that doesn't mean that, hey, if it hits $120.05, you want to go ahead and buy this. Not at all. But what I'm talking about here is if you look at this on a relative strength basis, this is relative to the S&P 500. Ollie's crushing it. And when you see a stock doing so well, when the market's really, really bad, then when the market turns, and they always do, when the market turns, this stock that's been doing really, really well is going to be doing even better. And so this is one I think you really want to keep an eye on. Again, I'm not saying buy this thing on a breakout. I feel like breakouts are absolutely not really where you want to be right now because the market's really heavy. And so any breakout, you're going to get a whole boatload of sellers going like, oh, good, this is my opportunity to sell. I think we're probably going to see that with Ollie for a while. I'm talking about let's stretch this thing out a little bit, see how the S&P starts reacting. And once the S&P starts turning up a bit, then any breakout here would be something that I'd say could probably be actionable as long as you're protecting your downside. Always got to start with risk first. So, okay, that's all I got for you. Hope you all did okay today. You're not, let's just make sure we're not doing anything stupid. Okay, I'll put it that way. I'll see you next time.